2K Sports with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan on this Saturday afternoon. On the sideline and coming up later, Doris Burke. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Cavaliers in an interconference battle here at the Quicken Loans Arena. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Garnett, and it's Pekovic in at the 5 spot. Now here's Shumpert after LeBron James's miss. Irving from long range. That's in there. Love with the assist. Irving's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Well, the Wolves didn't have a hard time scoring against any team. They took it to another level, it seemed always against the Eagles.
Well, every time they played out of conference, it seemed like an up-and-down wild affair, and they were pretty good in those kind of games.
Martin kicks to Pekovic. And the rejection by James. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. That's good. That's 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Man showing some terrific range. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Shumpert passes to James. High post shot. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Garnett dishes to Martin. And another 3 for Minnesota.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Back to James. Irving drives in. A 3 ball. And it's James missing.
Tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot off.
Outside Shumpert. From deep three-point range. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Smith checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gorgui Dieng's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Payne comes in for Kevin Garnett. Muhammad, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. LeBron kicks to Smith. Pass to LeBron. And there's the call on Shabazz Muhammad. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Dellavedova. Can't hit from in close.
He's far too tentative in the paint. And even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Outside for Martin. Goes back up. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning, alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
Thompson and Varejão at the 4 and 5. Smith is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's James in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Into Smith. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, J.R. Smith, the guy who can take your breath away with his talent one moment and then exasperate you the next. Unbelievable talent, but he can be erratic offensively, especially with his shot selection.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Love's checked in for Varejão. Shumpert comes in for LeBron. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Matthew Dellavedova. And then for Minnesota. Bennett's checked in for Payne. Wiggins comes in for Kevin Martin. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Levine. And J.R. Smith closing in on 30 years of age. He's been fined almost $1 million over the course of his NBA career.
And, you know, playing in China, he was fined over $1 million in a single season. How do you do that? One night he ordered $3,000 worth of room service on the team dime just to see if they keep coming. Come on, I mean, what is this guy thinking about here?
When you call us, we can beat some of that food. Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back in the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season. to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for the Timberwolves. Irving attacking, and Pekovic gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup. Mozgov's got his first 2 points.
Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You know, you don't expect the team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, then they'll run away with this one.
And now for Cleveland. They still have the youth to grow, but with LeBron on board, the sky for them is the limit.
As are the expectations.
Now, here's Rubio. It's taken away by Smith. Moving it up. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Irving can't get it to go.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
The Cavaliers leading by 11. Outside jumper. Launches it, and it would have counted had it fallen. And so we wrap up the first half. Cavaliers. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
He has that slasher mentality, guys, and we saw all the evidence of that in the first half as he continually got to the rim and scored.
Yeah, he had the jetpack on today, Steve, blowing by the defender no matter who they put on it.
Checking out the group for Flip Saunders to start the second half. Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. Pekovic is out there with Garnett, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
A super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. Timofey Mozgov, 7'1", a shot blocker and rebounder. Still pretty foul-prone defensively, but he has really become an interior presence.
Another miss by Minnesota. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, Kevin Garnett is at the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. Doc Rivers won a title with him in Boston and simply can't say enough. As Coach Doc says, I get very emotional. He's the best teammate, the most unselfish superstar I've ever been around. Every coach should be able to coach KG just once to see what a true team player should be. Kevin, what a compliment.
A guy you love to play with and hate to play against. Doris, thanks. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Gorgie Dang's checked in for the Timberwolves. Lean comes in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Love. The 9-footer's on the mark. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
Good job pulling the trigger when the defense opened up for him. He had an opportunity, took advantage of it.
And there's the call on James. That's his first foul for the Cavaliers. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Iman Shumpert.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here. Minnesota is in a bit of a difficult spot with their road games. They always have to travel a great distance to get to opposing sites because they're in the Western Conference, and that can take a toll over the course of the season. He has not been on his game, and you know their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
And finished off by Martin.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
I think he's hoping to kind of get his teammates going a little bit, fellas.
I guess you could say those lengthy travel distances for Minnesota took their toll last year because the Timberwolves managed only 16 road wins a season ago.
Guys, Minnesota was close to a 500 team last year at 40 and 42. But as you said, struggling on the road kept them, Steve, out of the playoffs.
Well, to make the playoffs in the West, I mean, I think you have to go at least 500 on the road. And getting road wins is where Minnesota will have to improve to get back to the postseason.
And Cleveland making a change here. Smith is checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Payne comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Wiggins. Payne grabs the board. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Jang, the pass to Payne. Here's Levine. He's guarded by Varejao. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He doesn't get the second one. LeBron outside. Smith for 3. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Iman Shumpert.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw. That was awesome.
Look out below. James misses. Timberwolves trail by 8. And that one falls for Muhammad. And Cleveland making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Minnesota. Wiggins comes in for Kevin Martin.
Man,
It's not possible what we just saw. Is that possible?
not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not
Holy
probable.
smokes.
It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Here's Rubio, rejected by Irving. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Levine's checked in, and with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Rubio. And Begovic gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. A drive by Shumpert. Irving kicks to Shumpert. LeBron James on the wing. Cleveland moving it around. 6 to shoot. Irving dishes to LeBron.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
And the officials whistle a foul on this shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Left side, Shumpert, stolen by Rubio. The pass to Wiggins. From beyond the arc. Here's Garnett. Can't get it to go. So Cleveland will take it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And that one's good.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, I'd like to know how many of their attempts have come from inside 5 feet. It seems like everything is right at the rim.
The 3, good. And now they trail by just 4.
He's going to have to be much more effective to stay on the floor and to keep his team in the game here in the 4th quarter.
A drive by Shumpert. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
And every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they played.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Mozgov gets the love. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
That was embarrassing.
Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. A nice shot by Irving.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
And the shot is good. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And the Timberwolves call time. They trail by 7. 8 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, they can call timeouts all they want, but it's not going to do a whole lot of good at this point.
Yeah, this one's about done. The writing's on the wall. There's nothing they can do to change this one.